Hey everybody, it's Ebony here at Colored Beautiful, just coming at you with a review for the Maybelline Dream Nude Airfoam Foundation. I told you guys that I would review this. I did show it to you in my drugstore haul, and I've worn it probably about 3 times. This is about my 3rd time applying it, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about the foundation for those of you who were curious as to if it's worth, your money, if it's worth your time, or what kind of coverage you get. I am wearing it right now, and you will see a demo of me applying it and what it looks like without the additional makeup. Stay tuned. I'm going to go ahead and show you the application process, and then I'll come back after that and tell you what I think about it, okay? Alright, so I'm starting with my L'Oreal Studio Secrets primer, making sure to really get into my forehead and around my expression lines. I have to use 2 colors. I'm using caramel and light cocoa. On a metal tray, I'm just going to spray more caramel than the cocoa. And I'm going to mix a bit of that light cocoa into the caramel. And that's what it should look like. I did not use all of the light cocoa. So what's remaining on my fingers, I'm going to put on my face. And I find that the best way to apply this foundation is with a stippling brush. I'm using Samantha Chapman's Real Techniques stippling brush. Now, only work certain parts of my face at a time because this foundation does dry quickly. So I try not to apply it all over my face and then, work that way. I would like a good blend. So again, I just take it in sections. I'm adding a little bit more down at the bottom half of my face because that's where I have my hyperpigmentation. So I'm just trying to cover that up a little bit more. Now my hyperpigmentation seems to be a little bit stronger because I'm pregnant, so I have to do a little bit more to cover that up. And that's pretty much the finished look with foundation by itself. Okay. You can still see the hyperpigmentation on my face a bit. It covered it some. This is a close-up. It's not bad at all. Still looks like skin. It doesn't look like a bunch of makeup, which is what I like. So now I'm going to take some MAC Pro Longwear Concealer with a Samantha Chapman brush and just put that under my eyes to add more warmth in the center of my face. This also gives me a little extra coverage in the center of my face as well. I'm using Ruby Kisses HD Set and Forget powder. And I'm just going to push that in with a Samantha Chapman Real Techniques blush brush. Push the product in first, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend it through after I've really set the foundation. And that's pretty much it, you guys. That's the finished look with additional products on the face. So as you saw in the video, I have to use 2 different colors. I do have to mix. This one here is caramel and this one is light cocoa. Now with Maybelline, I've always had to mix their foundations because honestly they only represent 2 chocolate colors, if that, okay? And that would always be either cocoa and caramel. Caramel, as you can see, is not very chocolate at all. So basically cocoa is the only well, the darkest color that they offer. So, you know, we only come in only like 2 shades, caramel or cocoa. So anyway, that's my issue with Maybelline. Always has been my issue with Maybelline not representing the full spectrum of colors. I have an issue with that with a lot of makeup brands, but that's another story. Okay, now I got these for $8.99 at Target. Okay, $8.99 a piece. So I paid $18 pretty much for a foundation that I have to work pretty hard at to get, you know, a decent look. Okay, now my thoughts about it. With this foundation, it is initially it's a very light coverage. If you use your fingers to apply it like it suggests, you're going to have a harder time blending and getting the coverage that you're looking for, like closer to medium maybe. You can achieve kind of a medium coverage with it. It's meant to kind of look natural. That's why it's called nude Airfoam, because it's meant to look like skin. But if you keep layering it, it kind of like starts to settle in the laugh lines and the expression lines in your forehead, if you have any. I happen to have some because I'm very expressive. So you see I have these lines here and I have some laugh lines here. Now I also have dry combination skin. This foundation, okay, you absolutely need a primer. You absolutely need to make sure your skin is moisturized, okay, because it's like a semi-matte almost. It can dry down to a semi-matte. All right, so with dry skin it kind of really sticks, and that's why too you do see the lines pronounced. That's why even with primer, and I use primer, okay, but you can still kind of see them. Now it's worse without the primer for me. I have to use concealer with it, okay, because again, I have to mix the colors and things like that. So, you know, I have to bring the warmth back in the middle of my face. It does not cover my hyperpigmentation. You can still see it through the makeup. Now, I don't mind it for a natural finish. I don't mind it just for like a get up and go everyday type of foundation. It's really good for that. If you're not trying to have like serious coverage, it's a really good foundation just for like everyday. Excellent for that if you're interested in that, okay? Now if you're not using too much of it on your face or layer too much, it does not transfer as much as say a cream foundation would, okay? It feels like your skin, literally. It feels like your skin. So, you know, it's a good foundation if you're looking for a natural coverage. Or a little bit more than a natural coverage. You could probably achieve it. The only reason why I have issues is because I have hyperpigmentation, and you can see it through, okay? Sometimes I mind it, sometimes I don't, because that's just the way God made me, okay? So, is it worth $8.99? Yes, it's worth $8.99. It's not worth $18 buying 2 colors to mix together and doing all that extra work. Revlon has a better range. The Color Stay line is really good. It's worth it, especially if you don't need much makeup and you really like a light coverage, okay? It doesn't look bad at all, okay, after I finish my complete face, but I do not like the way it settles in my expression lines and things like that. I'm not sure if you can see that up close, but in here it kind of pronounces them, okay? So that is the only downside to the foundation for me. So that's my review, you guys. That's it. So thank you guys for watching the video. I hope it was helpful to somebody, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.